Hey, it's me, Mavis freaking Meadows. Okay, so yesterday I did the most insane leg day, glutes and hamstrings. Ooh, like I was feeling good and the pump speaks for itself. So wait to the end of the video for the freaking pump. But if you want to see how I achieved these glutes and hams, these exercises have literally been on repeat and are a freaking staple for any leg day and like any growth development. Also, I am 8 days out of moving to Thailand to teach English for a year and continue my bodybuilding journey. So if that interests you, freaking follow along because this is gonna be a wild ride and I'm so excited for it. And I hope you are too. Alrighty, starting off, you've seen me do these here before, and that's because they are so freaking good for training your hamstrings in the lengthened position. We have some elevated hamstring focused RDLs, stiff legged RDLs. Alright, so you're going all the way down, feeling this stretch in your hamstring. Again, we're not trying to push our butt back in order to bias our glutes. We're biasing the hamstrings in this stretched position, kind of like a weighted touching your toe. Again, you can start with one riser and then work your way up. Start with the bar, see how it feels to lengthen this position, and then slowly start adding weight. At the beginning, I could only do like 25 pounds on each side, and I was like, girl, this is way too hard. But now I've worked all the way up to like 45 pounds on each side. Again, the riser is for getting a deeper stretch in your hamstring. We want to keep our chest up. That's why you see me looking a little bit forward. This keeps the focus on lengthening the backside of your body, lengthening the hamstring, keeping your chest up, coming all the way down. We don't want to come too far down where our lower back starts to round, because now we're working our lower back and this is not proper form. Again, we're trying to keep our chest up, back straight, all the way down, stretch, 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 feel the contraction, and then come right back up. Next up, we have our tried and true hip hinge variation. Any hip hinge is essential to a glute growth, whether that be an RDL, which is glute focused, or a hip thrust like this. You can do barbell hip thrust, you can do Smith machine hip thrust, you can do the hip thrust machine. Any variation where you feel it in your glutes is what's going to get you there. Alright, so I did it on this Smith machine today. You see me here going slow and then contracting all the way up, feeling the squeeze at the top of the movement. For this movement, at the bottom, I'm starting with an internally rotated pelvis. So I'm tucking my hips underneath before I actually start thrusting my hips up. This is what's going to keep constant tension in your glutes in proper form. We don't want to be arching our back doing this. Feet positioned at a 90 degrees, so our legs and knees make a 90 degrees with the ground, driving through our entire foot, not just our heels, but our big foot, pinky foot, and then heel. That's like the three platform I'm trying to push off of. Again, you can start at a lower weight until you really are nailing your form. Like, you hear me always say get in there and train and lift heavy, but I think a lot of people like to say they train heavy on their glutes, especially in hip thrust like variation, and just start loading the bar with like not the proper form. So don't be afraid to just back down on this to really dial in your form before adding 4 plates on there. Next up and final for this glute and hamstring focused leg day, we have seated hamstring curls. Again, for this, we're really like feeling the squeeze. I chose to lean forward on this one just so I could feel like hold onto the machine a little bit and get that extra squeeze in there. I changed this up. Sometimes I like to lean back and really lengthen my hamstrings, but this time I was really feeling the leaning forward, so I just leant forward and really squeezed and worked hard on these. So on this day, I also finished with some Bulgarian split squats. This was really just a burner out rep with the Bulgarians because I was absolutely toasted by the end of this. I feel like I got enough volume. I hit everything that my coach had put on my protocol for today, on my training protocol. So I was really feeling this. Unfortunately, I didn't film the Bulgarians, but you know, a hip hinge, a Bulgarian, like some sort of lunge or single leg variation, and then a squatting movement for your leg day will get you those glute gains, those glute results. And I think the pump really speaks for itself here. I am like super proud of the development I've been getting in my posterior chain. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Take a moment for yourself, just enjoy the pump and reap the rewards of your hard work and success. I'll see you all again for another video.